Welcome back to 504 Road Trips. In today's video, we return to Memphis, Tennessee to complete the loop that we started a few videos back. Before we start, I'd like to give special thanks to our first two channel members, Darren175 and Audubon5425. You too can help support the channel for just $1 a month by clicking the link in the description below. Now to recap, in road trip numbers 848 and 849, we showed some video from a couple of years ago of the I-240 inner loop, which begins and ends at two different points on I-40. Unlike most loops where the main line runs right through the center and the three-digit interstate makes a complete circle, in this case I-40 forms the northern part of the loop. Originally, plans were made to cut I-40 right through Memphis in a mostly straight line, but as is typical in that type of infrastructure project, it would have involved dividing neighborhoods in half, and here in Memphis it would have run right through the center of a large city park. Complaints were made and the project was put on hold. Meanwhile, the I-240 loop was being built all the way around the city, and after years of not being able to come up with a good solution, the decision was made to just run I-40 on what would have been the northern part of the loop. So coming off of the Hernando de Soto Bridge from Arkansas, I-40 heads east through uptown Memphis and then makes a hard left when it reaches the northern terminus of I-240. Then it heads north, where we are now, until it curves to the east. Incidentally, I-240 North and this section of I-40 East have a concurrency with I-69, which is still unsigned and unacknowledged in Tennessee. The western portion of the I-240 loop and the northern portion of I-40 around the loop have been dedicated as the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Expressway. Also note that the exit numbers began at 1, well actually 2 since there are no exits in the first mile, after the I-240 I-40 junction, and go up by the mile. This exit number sequence continues all the way around the loop and coincide with the original planned numbering for the complete I-240 loop. As a result, the exit numbers don't coincide with the mile numbers on I-40. They avoided duplicate numbers on I-40 by numbering the first three exits after entering the state as exits 1, 1B, and 1E. From here on, the control city for I-40 is Nashville. Here, I-40 connects with I-240 West, which completes our coverage of the entire Memphis inner loop. I-240 begins straight ahead, and I-40 once again makes a 90-degree turn via a tall flyover over a 4-level stack interchange. Now we're going to continue east because there's an outer loop, or at least 1/4 of a loop around Memphis, and we're going to drive that in the next video. Here, I-40 has been dedicated as the Isaac Hayes Memorial Highway. A native of Memphis, Hayes was a singer, actor, songwriter, and composer. He was one of the creative forces behind the Southern soul music label Stax Records, where he served as both an in-house songwriter and as a session musician and record producer, teaming with his partner David Porter during the mid-1960s. Hayes and Porter were inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame in 2005 in recognition of writing scores of songs for themselves, the duo Sam and Dave, Carla Thomas, and others. In 2002, Hayes was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Those of us under 50 years old will remember Isaac Hayes as the voice of Chef on the Comedy Central animated series South Park. Hayes passed away in 2008 at the age of 65. We've now exited the city limits of Memphis, and I-40 forms the dividing line between Bartlett on the left and Lakeland on the right. Bartlett was incorporated as a city in 1866 and today has a population of 57,756. Lakeland, which is to the right but will wrap around to the northeast of Bartlett just ahead, has a population of 13,904 residents as of the 2020 census. These are two of the 6 inner ring suburbs that surround Memphis. Here we reach Interstate 269, which we'll cover in the next video, but we'll conclude here. Thanks for watching. We've enabled channel memberships, so for just $1 a month, you can help support our channel. Click the link in the description to join. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up, post a comment, subscribe, share and follow us on social media, and join us for our next 504 road trip.